never used live ammunition on NSAS protesters, Nigerian Army tells Lagos panel. Hello everyone, thank you for following us. Thank you for coming out to listen to us every other day. May God bless you. Please like this post and share with your friends, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Let us know what you think about the story in the comment section also. God bless you for following us. So the Nigerian Army on Saturday denied using live ammunition on armed NSAS protesters during the alleged October 20th shooting at the Lekki toll gate before the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry. Journalists reports that the Nigerian Army made the denial before the Lagos Judicial Panel of Inquiry and restitution for victims of SARS-related abuses and other matters. Brigadier General Ahmed Taiwo, commander of the 81st Division, Military Intelligence Brigade, Victoria Island, Lagos, who testified on behalf of the Nigerian Army, said that the military had fired blank ammunition into the air to disperse protesters on the night of the alleged shooting. Taiwo, who gave a presentation to the panel using a projector, played a footage which showed soldiers standing in front of singing protesters and firing their weapons into the air. He said there would have been a lot of fatalities if the 600-meter live ammunition normally used by the military were used to disperse the NSAS protesters. Quoting the Brigadier General, "I have been in the army since 1986 and you cannot be under fire and be singing. The entry hole for the 600-meter is thin while the exit is wide. If it hits you in the chest or the balls, the intestines come out. I am an expert in ammunition, having spent so long in the army. Blank ammunition is slower and cannot damage the flesh, and you have nothing to fear except to take a rifle, put it against your eye, and fire. Even if you put it against your skin and fire, you will only have burn marks," he said. Taiwo said that troops had managed to disperse members of the NSAS protesters and even shared drinks for protesters who had remained at the Lekki toll gate. He said he was monitoring the situation on the internet and that it was after the departure of soldiers that hoodlums set the toll gate on fire. He said that non-kinetic, that is non-violent means used by the army in their rules of engagement during the protest were commendable. So following his revelation, Taiwo, through the Council of the Nigerian Army, Mr. Akinolu Kehinde, presented 4 spent blank ammunition to the panel as evidence. Journalists also report that Taiwo told the panel that there was a lapse in communication between the Lagos State government and the Nigerian Army regarding the imposing and lifting of a curfew. Quoting Taiwo, "Due to the urgency of the security situation in the state, the governor declared a 24-hour curfew, which was supposed to start at 4 p.m. They wanted every one of the streets to deal with the hoodlums, but after some observations, the timing was shifted to 2100 hours, that's 9 p.m. But this timing was not communicated to the Nigerian Army. Be that as it may, we, the Army, had already immediately deployed the 65th Battalion under the 81st Division garrison to forestall all further violence and loss of lives. It is important to note that this deployment of troops, contrary to reports, was done throughout Lagos to activate Phase 4 of the internal security operations." End of quote by General Taiwo. The officer told the panel that the Nigerian Army had entered the stabilization phase of the internal security operations and had started recovering looted items when the Lagos State government lifted the curfew without informing them. "We were still recovering a lot of looted items which were given back to the owners on production of receipts or proof of ownership. If the curfew was not lifted, we would have recovered 100 more items than the items we recovered." End of quote. So this whole thing, it just keeps on revealing itself, or it's the thing that keeps on developing new news, revealing new things every other day. So this is the Brigadier General of the Nigerian Army testifying before the Lagos Judicial Panel. He used a slide, PowerPoint, projector, and everything, which is ridiculous, really, to say the least. That you would get all these evidence, put them on a slide, a PowerPoint slide, and put them in front of a judicial panel and start explaining himself to civilians. Wow, I've never heard that before. Only in Nigeria we use it that this is, and it's funny enough, it's not even a court of law. This is a judicial panel organized by the state governor, for that matter, and an army general is testifying before it with a slide and projector, bringing bullets to show. In my opinion, it's all really a joke, if you ask me. So, if you believe anything that he has said, good for you, but I don't believe anything he said. It's all very funny to me. The process, the fact that they are not following the law to the letter, and they are basically doing everything at the state level and running their mouth about things they're not even supposed to talk about in public. I'm just perplexed, really. Just let us know what you think about the story anyway. Thank you for following us, and have a good day.